We are just underway, less than 1 minute gone by, as the two teams who battled for the world title the last 2 years, the Celtics and the Lakers, are going at it here at the Forum. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with a free throw has given the Lakers a 1-0 lead. We are in the first minute of play. James Worthy with the ball. And Worthy will get the basket and the foul. Tommy Heinsohn, in the previous meeting between these teams, January 22nd at Boston Garden, the Celtics crushed the Lakers by 15 points, 110-95. And Pat Riley told us yesterday that if anyone thinks this is an important game, they're just trying to make an excuse if they lose.
You're absolutely right, Dick. And I think Casey Jones feels the same way. This is an important trip for them on the West Coast. They want to prove to the Lakers they can do it.
Scott Wedman misses. Robert Parrish scores, and the Celtics are on the board. You saw Scott Wedman, the veteran, in his 12th year, is starting in place of Kevin McHale, who is still out with a sore Achilles tendon, and he is doubtful for this game. He did not come out for the warm-ups. Inside, James Worthy. Larry Bird the rebound, and he has been nothing short of magnificent on that road trip you were talking about. Dennis Johnson. We have a tie ball game.
Celtics have a different style since McHale's been down, Dick. They are running much more, and they're a very fine outside shooting team. When McHale used to be in the lineup, it was a multiple low post team. Now they can hit from the outside. They present different defensive problems to the Lakers than the last time they played.
And we'll talk about those problems shortly. Turnover gives the ball to the Celtics. Double team on Bird. Mike McGee is guarding Dennis Johnson, and an illegal defense call against the Lakers. Second time will be a technical foul. So the two different starters, besides, of course, Scott Wedman, Mike McGee, number 40, who is starting at guard in place of Byron Scott, who has been in a slump. Bird. Larry Bird is having a blistering trip, averaging 36 points in the 3 games.
He picked it up a notch. That's what the champions do. Pick it up when they need it.
Kareem is looking to do the same today. Kareem was 6 of 20 from the field, and Bill Walton had a marvelous game, blocking 7 shots in their meeting in Boston. And Larry Bird, the Celtics star, in his last 2 games. He had triple doubles, double figures in points, rebounds, and assists in his last 2 games. I gotta think Kareem is going to come out sparkling today after that tough game in Boston.
The Lakers, with McGee in there, have an extra offensive rebound, and Kareem and Worthy, I think, are going to see a lot of low post action today, trying to pick on Wedman and Parrish.
Danny Ainge with the outside shot. James Worthy, and that's the defensive problem Tommy will talk more about that the Celtics have. Wedman on James Worthy. Larry Bird. He won the long distance shooting contest at the All-Star game in magnificent fashion just a week ago in Dallas. Working against Parrish. And Kareem is fouled.
There's Magic taking it to Worthy. Scott Wedman has a tough job getting back to pick up Worthy. That's the matchup the Celtics want. But look at Worthy with that great body control. And Wedman had excellent defensive position that time, but to no avail.
The foul is on Parrish, and here is Kareem on the line. He has been the most consistent Laker of them all. And if he remains healthy this week, he will break Elvin Hayes' record for most games in a career. Next Sunday in Philadelphia, and we'll have that game, the Lakers and the Sixers, on CBS.
Celtics, with the good outside shooting ball club, can maybe open it up a little bit for Robert Parrish or Larry Bird inside.
Bird missed outside. Kareem got the rebound. Rambis has trouble clearing it. And here's Magic, who is not 100%. Mike McGee for 3. That's one of the reasons he's been installed in the Laker lineup.
He's one of those wild-eyed guys, Pat Riley says. I needed him in my lineup to get the intensity up.
And that's what he gives them. Mike McGee, who was in the doghouse because he was coasting too much earlier this year, he's among the NBA leaders in 3-point field goals.
Mad Dog, he barks.
8.5 minutes remaining in the first period, and a legal defense called, and that'll be a technical foul against the Lakers. So 2 illegal defense calls early here in this game. The officials are Jack Madden, by the way, and Ed Middleton.
The Celtics trying to become a real low post team with Robert Parrish down there. And with the good outside shooting, you got to extend your defense. So they might be able to have more one-on-one situations against Kareem than perhaps in the past.
Dennis Johnson and Wedman. Rambis has to move out to meet Scott Wedman. Bird. Parrish hustles in the corner. Celtics playing half court now, and Scott Wedman hits from outside. So that's the dimension the Celtics get with Wedman in there.
With Rambis having to guard him on the outside, that's going to take him off the defensive glass.
4 minutes gone by in the opening period. This is the toughest ticket for any regular season game in Laker history. And we'll have a foul, a loose ball foul, called against Mike McGee of the Lakers.
Celtics are going to play Kareem one up and double him only when he puts it on the floor. So they're going to put a half a torture test on Kareem today.
Worthy is guarding Larry Bird. That's got to take something away from his offense, doesn't it, Worthy?
Going out to guard against his outside shot will allow Worthy also to get up quickly on the front end of the break, however.
That's a plus. Danny Ainge from the corner. He's kind of an afterthought when you talk about the Celtics, but Ainge is having his best year. Not statistically, but all around. Bird on the rebound on Magic's miss, and the Celtics pushing it up. Lakers are back on defense. Celtics by 4. Celtics by 6. Dennis Johnson.
They don't have too many finishes on that fast break, but they sure can shoot those pull-up jumpers.
And Pat Riley wants a timeout, so a little more than halfway through this opening period, it's been the Celtics 18-12 with balanced scoring from all 5 of their starters. Everything's coming up to the perimeter.
The NBA on CBS. Today's game from the Forum is sponsored by the U.S. Armed Forces. It's a great place to start. And by Plymouth, a division of Chrysler Corporation. Plymouth, the pride is back. Born in America again.
And you talked about the matchup problems. Now, what problems do the Celtics have with Wedman in there against the Lakers, Tom?
Because Worthy is such a great low post player. He's got a real size and speed advantage and over Wedman. And the Celtics will have to try and do something to stop that. But Worthy's already gotten off to a pretty decent start in that low post.
Without McHale, how are the Celtics hurt?
Without McHale, they are hurt defensively because McHale used to play Worthy, and Worthy couldn't beat him with speed. McHale would back off him and had the long arms and could get at the shot.
The Celtics have scored 8 in a row, prompting Pat Riley's timeout, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar snaps that string, and it's 18-14.
They're playing Kareem one-on-one, and he's responding to the challenge. He feels like he's been let out of jail.
Already a technical foul, 2 illegal defense calls against the Lakers. Larry Bird outside hits. Larry Bird is amongst the leaders in several categories in the NBA. He had 47 Friday night against Portland in a brilliant effort. And now the officials, obviously calling these close today, have hit the Celtics with an illegal defense call, number 1 against Boston.
Worthy is such a potent force in that low post that the Celtics are alert to wanting to double whenever he gets the ball.
Dennis Johnson on Magic Johnson. Parrish guarding Kareem. Ainge is trying to double, and a foul inside. Ainge tried to double. Was he late getting over there, or what was the plan?
They don't really want to double Kareem until he puts the ball on the floor. But Kareem, with the old experienced move, fakes it to the middle a little bit, makes Parrish lean to the middle, and then nicely drop steps back and loses them and picks up the foul. But they are working Kareem one-on-one, and they're trying to tire him out.
Robert Parrish has picked up 2 early fouls, and that has prompted Bill Walton to make his entrance into the game. Walton simply the hero in the first meeting in Boston, won by the Celtics. He had 7 blocks, 8 rebounds, and 11 points, and was the difference in that game and really gave Kareem a lot of trouble.
You know, when you play one-on-one against Kareem, Kareem says, yeah, it may tire me out, but you may be out of the ball game by the time I get tired.
That's his side of it, and that's true. The Houston Rockets learned that recently. Wedman driving. Ball knocked away. Turnover. Good play by the Lakers. Magic Johnson all the way. Last touch by Ainge, so it's Lakers ball. Good defense inside.
Here they drop, cut off the penetration on Wedman. They really closed down the lane beautifully. And the Lakers have been playing better defense in that regard the last few ball games.
Rambis tries to save it, but it'll be Celtics ball with 6:09 remaining in the opening period. 20-16, the early rebound story. Ainge and Dennis Johnson in the backcourt. Larry Bird bringing Worthy way out to the top. 11 on the shot clock. And now Magic putting the clamps on Dennis Johnson. Walton trying to set a pick. Dennis Johnson misses a three-point attempt, and there's Walton, who's fouled inside. Bill Walton, reborn with the Boston Celtics, goes inside.
When Kareem gets pulled way out, he forgets to block out sometimes. He gets in a leaping match. That time he allowed Walton to really get the better position for the rebound.
The foul was on Kurt Rambis. Ainge finds Bird. Blocked by Worthy. James Worthy made a sensational defensive play inside after Danny Ainge had a crisp, great pass. 5.5 to go in the opening period. And now they've called an illegal defense against Boston again, and a technical foul has been called. So we have had 4 illegal defense calls already.
Was Magic Johnson really smart that time? He saw that James Worthy had picked up Danny Ainge in a low post, a real mismatch in favor of the Lakers.
Magic Johnson, this is only his 3rd start since he went out January 22nd against the Celtics. He's had a swollen right knee, and he is not in full condition, and he's had to take a little bit off his game lately.
Pat Riley said, you know, we don't worry about losing Magic Johnson. If we play our proper defense, we can still win and win big.
20-17, the Celtics lead. Bird picking up Magic Johnson on a switch. They're going to try and post up Rambis against Dennis Johnson. The basket will not count. The foul is before the basket. They try to get it to Rambis on a quick matchup advantage.
They really moved the ball beautifully that time. Look at the pick and roll. Dennis Johnson gets picked off. Bird has to switch. There's the mismatch. Magic knows it's going to be there. Tries to get it into Rambis, does. And there is the foul. No hoop.
No hoop is right. Dennis Johnson with his first. Dick Stockton, Tom Heinsohn, Pat O'Brien will be at the half. We're at the Forum in Inglewood. Lakers and Celtics. The Celtics with the best record in the NBA at 40-9, and the Lakers with the second best record at 39-12. As you look at the free throw story early on.
Rambis, a key player today. Bird is the free safety man. He roams around. He turns Rambis loose on that offensive board.
And they miss Rambis when he was out with that sore foot. Lakers lost 3 out of the 5 games in his absence. Walton. Dennis Johnson. That's where he beats you, penetrating inside, among other places.
But that was a great example of the fear of the outside shot, spreading the defense to allow Dennis Johnson to penetrate like that.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first period. Magic try to get it inside, and here's Danny Ainge. The Celtics have a 4-on-3 right now. And it was Mike McGee got a hand on it, and Magic gets the rebound. Worthy on the wing. Worthy's averaging 20.3 points a game, among the NBA leaders in shooting and scoring. What an offensive force he has come to be. Here's Ainge. And the Lakers will run it. Worthy on the wing. Will go to the line. Dennis Johnson doesn't agree with it. He's been hit with his second personal foul of the ball game, and no one fills it better, does he, than James Worthy.
I'll tell you, he came from underneath the basket. He blocked Bird off, and when he can run the full length of the court with Bird, he's going to beat him by about 10 steps. Wedman never even got a chance to get into play to pick up Worthy.
Tom, this is a playoff atmosphere here at the Forum. A lot of people were shut out who thought that they could get tickets for the game. David Thirdkill, whose best use is defense against a quick forward, number 45, who was one of the final cuts and brought back to the Celtics, comes in the game and giving Larry Bird a rest. Bird goes out with 7. He is the Celtics' leading scorer.
They rest Bird early because they want to use him when Seasting comes in and have good rebounding and good outlet passes to get that second unit fast breaking well.
We're tied. Nearly 4 minutes remaining in the first period. Walton is double teamed. Michael Cooper in the game for the Lakers. Wedman. Great play by Wedman because he had to have the touch going over Kareem to give the Celtics the lead again. Michael Cooper comes back, air ball, but there's McGee.
That's what Casey Jones was afraid about with McGee, offensive rebounding.
Dennis Johnson. DJ inside. And Dennis Johnson, with his 8th point of the ball game, becomes the Celtic leading scorer. And with 3:28 to go in the opener, it's 26-22.
This is getting to be a mean game, Dick.
It didn't take long for that to happen. This is not just your ordinary NBA regular season game. Mark that down.
No way.
McGee guarded by Ainge. Walton is on Kareem. Another chance for Abdul-Jabbar. And the Celtic lead is down to 2. 3 minutes to go in the first period. Wedman for 2 points just inside the line. Cooper. Johnson. And Michael Cooper has now hit 6 of his last 7 3-point field goal attempts. He is amongst the leaders in that department.
What a great play by Magic Johnson, however. He penetrated and knew exactly where Michael Cooper was and he'd be open.
Timeout.
Over 1 billion people.
To be. The Celtics in the opening game of the series could do no wrong. The offensive explosion of Kevin McHale was certainly expected, but not the explosion of Scott Wedman, who was a perfect 11 for 11 from the field off the bench. Kareem's face told it all, an embarrassing Memorial Day massacre. But in Game 2, the Lakers dug down deep and were determined to erase that Game 1. And Kareem scored 30 points and had 17 rebounds. Michael Cooper chipped in off the bench for 22, and it was Larry Bird who had the sour taste. The Lakers rallied to win, giving them a key split at Boston Garden. Tommy, Kareem has scored 10 points so far. How are the Celtics playing him?
They're playing him one up, and they're only doubling him when he puts the ball on the floor. They're making him expend a lot of energy to get those shots off right now. And also, when Parrish was in the game, he was facing the ball on defense an awful lot.
Kareem is averaging 23.5, and that's the best scoring in the last 4 years. So he's getting better with age, as we all know. 2:20 to go in the opening period, 27-26 Lakers. We've had 4 ties and 4 lead changes so far. David Thurkill crashing the boards, and here comes Cooper and the Lakers. Thurkill gambles for the steal. And traveling call, Walton and Kareem. Who is going to blink first?
I'll tell you, and Dennis Johnson did a nice job that time, making sure that Kareem couldn't put the ball on the floor, and Walton was just waiting there for Kareem to let it loose.
I think Walton has had a history of fine performances against Kareem.
Well, 2 UCLA centers, who's the best? Walton thinks he is, maybe.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first period. Danny Ainge, double team, knocked away, and it's still Celtics ball. Byron Scott is in the game. His game had fallen off. He was a starter, of course, all of last year and most of this year until the last 9 games. And his shooting has fallen under 30% lately.
I think they're staying with him a lot more now, the defenders. This one-on-one style allows, against Kareem, allows him to stay closely on Scott and take away his outside shot.
Dennis Johnson, with 10 points in the game, becomes the first Celtic in double figures. He has hit 5 of his 7 shots. So the Celtics lead after the Lakers took the lead. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 1:25 in the period. Walton leaning on Abdul-Jabbar. Walton the rebound. Outlets to Ainge. Pulls up. Worthy looks to start the break to Byron Scott. 2-on-2 Lakers, and Byron Scott pulls up. He's trying to get that shooting eye back, and the only way to do that is to keep firing. Inside is Ainge, blocked by Worthy.
What a great play by James Worthy. Ainge looked like he had really faked him out, but the quickness to the leap of Worthy makes him pay. Look at this. I mean, that was some kind of block for a power forward.
He was a starter in the All-Star game. Meanwhile, Mitch Kupchak comes in. He is the backup center, and Abdul-Jabbar gets his first breather. He goes out with 10 points. So Mitch Kupchak, a good banger, is in there now for the Lakers. Under a minute to go, first period. Cooper is on Dennis Johnson. Cooper, of course, one of the best defensive players in the league. Walton tries to fake Kupchak. Good defense by Mitch, and he gets the rebound as well. Lakers trying to regain the lead. Scott. And Byron Scott hits the shot. He had 16 points trying to get out of the doldrums, and the Lakers do indeed regain that advantage.
They're trying to get him off and get him back into his shooting rhythm coming off those picks like that.
14 on the shot clock. So there's a 3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock, winding down to the end of this first period. Dennis Johnson over Kupchak hits. And the Celtics lead by 1, 6 seconds to go. Lakers looking for the last shot to give them the lead. Worthy. And Thurkill did not foul him, and that'll end the period, and Worthy doesn't understand. But chapter 1 of the reunion between Boston and the Lakers ends with the Celtics leading by 1. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn back at the Forum. You talked about the two former UCLA centers.
And here's why Walton really does a good job on Kareem. He's one of the most intelligent defenders. Fights him for position, gets him up the lane a little bit, doesn't go for the fake, gets on his shooting hand a little bit, and then makes sure that Kareem can't get the rebound after the missed shot. And look at that quick outlet pass. That's what the Celtics are counting on from Bill Walton. Get the rebound, get the fast break started going fast.
4 rebounds for Walton. As you look at the leading scorers, Kareem on the bench. He has 10 points.
Well, they worked him, the Lakers, Dick. Kareem. He played a lot of minutes in that first quarter to boot.
Maurice Lucas is into the ball game. He is the big addition, and he is going to be guarded by Larry Bird, who's back in as well. He is the enforcer, is Maurice Lucas, who has been a key addition to the Lakers this season.
And if Larry Bird has a weakness, it's playing low post players.
Scott driving baseline. Seasting is in there for the Celtics as well. Michael Cooper doesn't hit it. Walton tapped it back in the crowd, and it's to the Lakers. Magic couldn't get it to Kupchak inside, and there is Seasting, who's also a new face on the Celtics. Good outside shooter. Walton getting into the flow of the play. So now it's Thurkill, Seasting, Bird, Walton, and Dennis Johnson for Boston. Thurkill's trying to post up Byron Scott. Seasting, the good outside shooter, doesn't get the roll, and we have a foul, loose ball variety against the Lakers.
Mitch Kupchak, he uses that wide body to create space for himself to rebound. That time he walked Walton almost off the court.
Kupchak and Maurice Lucas are up front along with Cooper, Magic Johnson, and Scott. Actually 3 guards in there for the Lakers.
Cooper is a quick forward too, and he boards like a forward.
He's guarding Larry Bird. Bird misses. The toughest man that Larry Bird has ever had to face is Michael Cooper, and he'll tell anyone that. So he faces that problem, and also guarding Lucas, as you pointed out, defensively. So they're trying to put some pressure on Bird. Lucas muscles his way in. Doesn't get it, and Seasting picks it up for Boston. A little more than a minute and a half gone by in this second period. 30-29 Boston, and Jerry Seasting is in the scoring column, and that's why the Celtics wanted him.
He comes from Indiana, I'll tell you, and that's fast break territory. And when you leave him alone at the foul line, you're going to pay.
Johnson on Johnson. Dennis on Magic. Thurkill is on Cooper. 7 on the shot clock now. Lucas sets a pick for Cooper and hits. When Lucas sets a pick, you know it.
I tell you, Michael Cooper is looking for those outside shots every single time he has his hands on the ball.
They're looking for Walton with Kupchak guarding him. Walton comes back with 2, and Bill now with his first basket.
Knows that Kupchak can really get up there to block that shot with the bum knee.
Scott over Seasting. Lucas crashes the board. That's precisely why the Lakers wanted Maurice. Cooper hits it again. So he's hot from outside, giving him the Lakers that extra dimension. Don't forget Byron Scott has been cold, so they need Cooper's outside shooting.
And that's Cooper banging with Bird underneath.
He's got him outside now. They isolate Bird on Cooper. Magic tries to double. Dennis Johnson, and the foul inside. A loose ball foul on Michael Cooper, who doesn't like Jack Madden's call.
Michael Cooper really does one heck of a job. Look at him put the block on Larry Bird and picks him up and leaves him off the court.
And that's why Larry Bird says, I don't care who does a good job on me, Mr. Cooper's the best.
Something in common. If somebody on your team is having an off night, it's time for you to take charge. We lose too many lives because some fans are not team players. They'll let a friend drive after drinking. You can help cut those road losses. If somebody in your crowd has too much to drink, tell him to pass the keys.
You drive, pal, okay?
Good move, buddy. It's the biggest assist he can make.
Right, thanks for coming over, guys. Yeah.
9 years ago, the Portland Trail Blazers won a world title, sparked by those two, Bill Walton on the left and Maurice Lucas on the right. And now they oppose each other. In different uniforms, of course. Walton with the Celtics, a great big game player. And Pat Riley was telling us yesterday that he said, I want Maurice Lucas to face the challenge of the big game like Walton does.
I think Lucas is a big game player, and I think he's going to be terrific when they get to the playoffs. He is a nasty player. Nastiness, likes to bang, and that's what the Lakers have missed until last year in the playoffs with Kupchak.
Wedman is into the ball game. Comes back in there. Season misses from the corner. Bird inside gets the basket. Larry Bird with 9 points in the ball game now.
That's an old play the Celtics used, the split. Comes up from the 1950 playbook.
Which is a little soiled, but still useful as Maurice Lucas hits from outside. Lucas is the leading rebounder for the Lakers, by the way. So he's made a definite contribution coming off the bench. 8:35 to go in the first half. Scott Wedman. Worthy gets position on Bird this time for the rebound. Cooper. And it's Boston ball. The Lakers have won only 8 of their last 14 games. This has been kind of a down time for them. They beat Atlanta Friday, and they show signs of coming back. And as Tommy mentioned, the Celtics are just red hot. Casey Jones says this is the most talented team in Celtic history, which may be arguable, but he said it, and they've won 15 of 16.
I tell you, you wouldn't have believed that they could be winning so much without McHale's presence on the court, but they are.
Rick Carlisle has come in the ball game, second year out of Virginia, a guard who's got a lot of smarts. Carlisle hits the shot. What use do they have him in there now?
He's up there to really just give Dennis Johnson a rest. He's a good outside shooter, and he's become a real decent defensive player this year. Doesn't get beat. He was kind of slow. Now he knows how to play the faster men. Push the base.
Carlisle trying to stay with Cooper. No easy task, and Cooper hits again from outside. So 9 for Cooper, including a three-pointer earlier. And Kareem sitting by the scorer's table. He's getting set to enter the game again.
It's the most offensive mind that I've ever seen Michael Cooper.
Carlisle finds an opening and scores over Kupchak. Somebody missed an assignment in there.
A great pick by Walton on Michael Cooper.
Inside Worthy. Impossible to stop from that close to the basket.
Oh, they never got a chance to double him. Wedman got caught behind, and the Lakers are going to work that matchup.
Celtics by 1. This has been a close, taut ball game, and we have seen just about everyone from the bench in this game. Scott Wedman outside hitting. By the way, the Celtics are 9-1 since Wedman has replaced McHale as the starter. That's pretty good.
Lucas having a difficult time getting out there to defend against Wedman.
The Lakers are going to call a timeout, and when we come back, both Robert Parrish and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will return to the game. The Celtics lead by 3. Celtics go to their bench. They have a plan of their own, and here's Tommy with the explanation.
The split, a play that takes advantage of the second unit's varied talents. Bill Walton's passing and Jerry Seasting's outside shooting. The pass goes from Wedman to Walton. Wedman moves to set a double pick on Walton's hip for Jerry Seasting, who fakes left, and uses the double screen to get off a jump shot. Should that fail, Bird picks down and ties up the weak side defense. Wedman becomes a cutter looking for a pass from Walton. And should that fail, Carlisle pops out, takes a pass from Walton, and looks for his jump shot.
So it looks like Walton is the hub of this thing.
And the good outside shooters of the Celtics. I mean, I don't think there's a team in the NBA right now that is staffed with as many good outside shooters. This is old-time basketball that the Celtics are playing. Deep shooting. It's causing some problems for the modern defenses.
Kareem and Parrish are back in the ball game. Worthy has his shot blocked. It was Parrish who did it. Seasting finds Bird. Open is Scott Wedman. Wedman is delivering today. He already has 8 points, 9 points in the ball game. Backcourt scoring, and the Celtics have a big edge over the Lakers as Magic Johnson will try to narrow that 20-6 edge right now. Foul was on Rick Carlisle. Bird is double teaming Kareem to help Parrish, to no avail.
But they worked him that time. They bumped him a little bit. They're trying again to make him use some energy.
Except Jabbar has had some great ball games recently. He had 46 against Houston. And like he said, the game may be over by the time he gets tired. Parrish tries the inside move on Kareem and is called for the offensive foul. 3 fouls on Robert Parrish, and that becomes the first major factor in this game.
It sure is, Dick. Parrish, along with Wall can't play an awful lot of minutes. Hasn't been. And I think Casey Jones right now is going to go to the bench.
Kareem goes to the sky hook and misses. It's 44-41 Boston, but the Celtics have a problem right now with 5:44 to go in the half. Wedman on a runner. Worthy the rebound. 4-on-3. It was the pass of Cooper that made it happen.
They make the fast break sing. They find the open man. 4-on-3. Perfect passing. Like a fast break as they do it best. Big rebound. They try to get the outlet pass. One of the Celtics, Bird, not up on defense, and look at how they use it. Wedman must commit, leaves Worthy open on the wing. 4 against 3. You better get an extra defender up there.
22nd timeout Boston, and no wonder you're seeing this brand of basketball. You're looking at the teams with the best 2 records in the NBA. The Lakers had the best record early, but the Celtics surge have given them the edge. And there are the other clubs that make up the top 5 in the NBA. You see Milwaukee, Houston, Philadelphia all battling it out for 3rd, but so far it's been clearly Boston and LA. And making his first appearance in this game is Greg Kite, who's rarely been used as the big man in his 3rd year.
Well, they're going to put the torture test on Kareem. They're going to have Kite bang him and use his fouls on Kareem.
So because of Parrish and 3 fouls, they've got to go to their 3rd center, and it's Greg Kite. Let's see if it works. Seasting, long range.
Boy, is this kid having a season for the Celtics.
Former Indiana Pacer, where he was a starter for that club. Winding down to 5 minutes remaining in the first half. The Celtics have had a lead of 1 or 3 throughout the 2nd period. Kareem guarded by Kite. Doubled with Bird, leaving Cooper open for 3. And we'll have a foul against the Lakers. A final score in the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks, who've been playing good ball. And there's a punch thrown, or a push, I should say, by Byron Scott against Jerry Seasting, and that ends as quickly as it started. And it looks like Byron doesn't want it to end yet. It all happened inside, I believe, under the basket.
I'll tell you, they were blocking each other out and blocking. He was trying to put a pick on Kite, Byron Scott. And I'll tell you, they are getting very physical underneath the basket. Both ball clubs.
To no one's surprise.
No one's surprised. There's a little meanness on both teams now, remembering last year's playoffs. And they certainly want to establish themselves on the road, the Celtics. Watch this right now. And really, Seasting shouldn't have been over there challenging him. But Byron Scott should not have given that big push either.
Byron Scott was hit with a foul. Technical foul. Pat Riley has a few words. Byron Scott on the bench. Don't forget he lost his starting role. Seasting trying to remain cool under all of this. Pat Riley was tossed out of the game for the first time in his career in the loss to Golden State. Let's pick it up inside under the basket.
There's a block out for the rebound, and there's Seasting trying to really get him around him. And they push each other. Actually, Seasting initiated it.
Missed the technical foul. Bird did, and you're right. Jerry Seasting was the guy that pushed Byron Scott. And they called the other guy, and so often it happens that way. The second push. 4:40 to go in a hot and tempered first half. Cooper all over Dennis Johnson. Celtics by 3. 5 on the shot clock. Kite gets a big rebound. Big as far as Kite's contribution goes. Dennis Johnson misses. Magic has Cooper on the left. Inside. And McGee has to be restrained, and Cooper shoves Kite. The Lakers reacted to a very hard move inside by Greg Kite, I believe.
This is never give him 2 points type of basketball. A hard foul. They're going to make McGee shoot from the foul line. Michael Cooper takes exception to it, as Magic Johnson does. And Kite says, hey, fellas, I'm playing a game here.
The story, one of the big stories in the Lakers winning the championship last year, is that they were not taking any more of the physical stuff from Boston. That's the Celtics style, and the Lakers, known as a finesse team, said enough is enough. They came back, push for push, shove for shove, and that was one of the reasons the Lakers did beat Boston last year, and they're showing they're trying to stand up to it again and doing a good job of it.
Imagine what the playoffs are going to be like if they're doing that in the regular season.
They got to get there first, Tommy.
Oh.
You're right. One free throw for Mike McGee. Seasting from the corner, and Seasting has hit 3 baskets in the second period.
When he moves to his right and you don't get on his shooting hand, he's got 2.
Worthy. He's got 2. 14 for Worthy, leading scorer for the Lakers. Dennis Johnson leads Boston with 12.
More low post play by Worthy against Wedman would certainly be helpful and save the legs of Kareem, too.
Bird against Worthy. Kareem the rebound. Got all the makings of a 7th game of a playoff, not game 1. And Magic was hoping that it would go through as Byron Scott leads the Laker bench.
38-year-old legs, so what? Look at this rebound. Kite glides by Kareem, took him out of position, yanks it away, and really gets it going up quickly to start the break.
3:22 remaining in the first half, and the Lakers are looking to tie the game. Bill Walton comes back in the ball game. Parrish is on the bench still with 3 personal fouls, and Casey Jones, waiting as Wedman goes out, has decided to go with several centers against Kareem. A lot of it out of necessity, and right now he's got Walton and Kite in there.
Going to be a board-banging team because Kite will throw his body with abandon on the boards.
Kevin McHale is on the bench. He did not take part in the workouts. He has the sore Achilles tendon and was listed as doubtful.
And Magic Johnson is guarding Greg Kite.
Bird hit by Cooper, and the foul is on Michael Cooper. Second personal on Michael Cooper.
Watch this pass by Bill Walton as Bird had a half a step on Worthy. Seasting brought his man over there, and you see Michael Cooper banging Bird. But that's the only thing that saved Bird from getting an easy 2.
This game has been played at a fevered pitch since the very start. 3 minutes to go in the half. Walton over Kareem. And it's 50-48, the Celtics lead. Biggest lead was 6 points, Boston, early in the game. Alley-oop doesn't work. Rambis tries to save. Rambis has been on the bench quite a while. He's making sure all the fans are all right, making sure he didn't get any mustard on his jersey. And a timeout with 2:45, and these timeouts come in handy. Gives everyone a chance to catch their breath. Ahead is Pat O'Brien.
Thank you very much, Dick. Coming up at the half, we'll have a recap of that wild race down in Daytona. We'll have a special look today at Buck Williams, who works the trenches in New Jersey. Our first and last ode to Spud Webb, and an update on the injured Akeem Olajuwon. He suffered that last night. Also in the NBA last night, Detroit's Isaiah Thomas scored 34 points in an overtime win over Philadelphia. There was a record crowd of 44,000 on hand. They saw Andrew Toney return to the Philly lineup. He scored 8 points, including a key hoop in overtime. The 76ers had a chance to win it, but Julius Erving was called for charging on this play as Detroit held on. And I'll see you at the half. Let's go back to Dick.
44,180. The all-time regular season NBA crowd watched that great game at the Pontiac Silverdome. We've got Philadelphia and the Lakers next Sunday, and the Pistons and the Celtics 2 weeks from now at the Boston Garden. But right now, we have had as good a game as you could want here at the Forum.
I'll tell you, intensity. The game has been physical. Lots of running in this ball game. Everything you'd want to see from these two teams, they've produced already in the first half.
And everyone has had a chance to play, it seems. Celtics have 10 important points off the bench by Seasting and Carlisle. That's been a big help to them in this first half. 5 on the shot clock. Seasting may have to take it for 3. It goes. So 9 for Seasting. And it's 53-48. 5-point Boston lead.
That's what the Celtics have been doing so well. Moving the ball around on the doubles to find the real good outside shooting guy.
2:12 remaining in the first half. Worthy guarded by Walton now. Bird the rebound.
Now that's a tough matchup for Worthy to get it over Bill Walton.
2 minutes to go. Kite stays in there for the Celtics, who have gained points with Greg Kite in there, their third string center. So he's been a plus. Playing with Walton. Walton over Kareem. Gets it in. Bill Walton, who approached the Boston Celtics. They didn't have to go to him. He came to Boston and said, I want to play there. And now the Celtics have the biggest lead, 55-48.
Kareem's been getting no help in that low post game defensively. They're not doubling any of the Celtics centers down low.
Kareem guarded by Kite. Dennis Johnson in the air. 1 second on the clock. And a foul. The Celtics fouled with 1 second on the clock. And Larry Bird threw the ball down with a vengeance and is hit with a technical.
No double by Michael Cooper as they allow Walton to take it strong to the hoop. And Kareem trying to get on his shooting hand. Nice eluding there by Walton, and he tips it back in on the miss.
Here's Larry Bird's reaction to his second personal foul. Magic Johnson hits the tee, and that's how Bird got the technical. And it is a 55-49 game with 1:19 remaining. And now Kurt Rambis will go to the line to shoot. And Seasting reports back in for the Celtics.
This guy here, you know, I call him an come on player. You know, the first time anybody walk into the Forum to look and they have to say, come on, this guy can't play, can he? Go.
By now they know, of course, he was out of action the first time these teams played at Boston Garden, and that hurt the Laker cause. And he is the second leading rebounder on the team, average-wise. Celtic lead is 4. Their biggest lead moments ago was 7. Boston has gone to the free throw line only 2 times. The Lakers 18 in a wide disparity. And a foul, no basket.
Well, one of the reasons I think there is that wide disparity is because the Celtics are shooting more outside shots than the Lakers, and the Lakers are taking it to the hoop more.
A lot of people think the officials are calling it one way when they see those numbers, and that ain't necessarily so.
Well, there's some kind of justification, but that is still a kind of a wide disparity.
One personal. I mean, the first foul is on James Worthy, and here's Larry Bird on the line. He is the leading free throw shooter in the league. Over 90%, but he misses. 1 for 3 so far today from the free throw line. 1:06 on the clock to the half. And the Celtics by 5. Lakers had the first 4 points of the game and then had a couple of one-point leads in a seesaw affair early in the second period. Magic Johnson runs into a stone wall and Kite double team. 8 on the shot clock. Off the mark, but there's Rambis. Kareem. And goes to the deck. Greg Kite. And now Cooper wants a piece of Greg Kite. He doesn't like what he's doing to the captain of the team. And Jack Madden gets him away. How many times have you seen Kareem on the floor like that?
Well, Bird gets knocked out by Rambis. Rambis comes up with the rebound, and here's Kareem all alone, and Kite says, "You're not getting two off of me," and he must have hit him in the face, knocked his goggles down. But I like Kareem. He picked himself up, and he says, "I'm going to shoot the two." Cooper didn't like it, but Kareem says, "Hey, that's part of what goes on underneath."
Most of the fans are standing right now. Kite has his second personal foul, and I don't think that tempers have settled down. Do you, between these teams?
Well, quite frankly, Kite is in there to bang on Kareem as much as he can. They're not worried about Greg Kite fouling out.
41 seconds remaining in the first half. Celtics 56, Lakers 53. Worthy is guarding Bird. Open is Seasting. Worthy the rebound to Magic to Cooper. Kite comes out to meet Cooper. 16 on the shot clock. Kareem against Walton. No basket. No basket. And the foul is on Bill Walton. That's his first, and Kareem will shoot 2 more.
You know, when you bang Kareem, he does get mad, but he doesn't show it. He just goes out there and scores on you, pal. That's the way I'll take it out of you. Forget all that other nonsense. He lost his cool a couple of times, belted some people, but he's been manhandled an awful lot during his career.
You saw those numbers, 6 for 20 in the game played at Boston Garden, and when Kareem has something to prove, as he did against Olajuwon to the tune of 46 points recently against the Houston Rockets, he can come back like that. 22 seconds to go in the first half, and the Celtic lead is 1 now, 56-55.
What a ball game. Oh.
Harris on the bench with 3 personals, has played just 7 minutes in this game. You see the clock. Dennis Johnson, top of the key. Walton. It'll count. The basket is good. Larry Bird gets the basket at the end of the half. As heated and feverish a first half we have seen in any regular season game in quite a while. And here's how the Celtics scored.
Boy, a great outside shot. But watch the Celtics bang the boards. Kite keeps it alive. Walton right there. But look at Bird. He never gives up.
And the Celtics lead 58-55. Coming up, Pat O'Brien at the half here at the Forum.
Live from Inglewood, the NBA on CBS is sponsored by Plymouth, a division of Chrysler Corporation. Plymouth, the pride is back, born in America again. The Travelers and its independent professional agents and brokers, where fairness is good business. And by Sears.
Well, I don't know where you are, but there's a battle going on inside the Forum, and the Celtics lead it now 58-55. And hi again, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien. Once again, welcome to At the Half. Today, we're going to focus on a couple of guys who made big names for themselves last All-Star weekend. A profile of Buck Williams and a tribute to, well, I guess we should call him Mr. Spud Webb now. But first, a great race at Daytona today. And for a full report, here's the man who called the race for us for CBS Sports. And let's have a report now from Ken Squire. Ken?
Jeff Bodine won this afternoon's Daytona 500, a race that was slowed by 8 caution flags. He carried the CBS onboard camera to victory lane. There was elation for the Rick Hendrick racing team, sadness for car number 3, who set poise for many laps, ready to strike, then had to make a late stop for fuel. Made the stop, came out, lost his engine, and had to be pushed in by last year's winner, Bill Elliott. In victory lane, Bodine, still in tears, said he wasn't surprised about this win.
Not surprised, just happy. The Lord's been too good to me today. I'll tell you, Rick Hendrick, Gary Nelson, the whole Levi Garrett Exxon crew, my family, Matthew Berry. I said I'd be here to say hi. I love you.
The final standings: Bodine first, Terry Labonte second, Waltrip third for the 3rd year in a row, Bobby Hill in 4th, Benny Parsons came across 5th. In the 6th position was Ron Bouchard, followed by Florida's Rick Wilson. Then came Rusty Wallace, Sterling Marlin, and Lake Speed. From Daytona International Speedway, this is Ken Squire for CBS Sports.
All right, Ken, thank you. The big story around the NBA that we've been keeping track of for you centers around Akeem Olajuwon. He's flying back to Houston this afternoon for x-rays on his right knee, injured in last night's loss against the Clippers. Now, I want to show you what happened last night. In the 2nd period of last night's contest, Olajuwon's teammate, Robert Reed, fell into Akeem after tumbling to the ground. The knee buckled. Olajuwon left the game immediately, but afterwards he was hopeful.
It was very painful. I don't think it was that serious. You know, the doctor said it was, but I hope not.
Olajuwon, as you can see, had a severe limp after the game. They are telling us now that he is out for at least 2 games, but there's a possibility of a ligament tear, and if that is the case, that could be very serious for that All-Star. Better news on this Sunday about another All-Star, and Buck Williams, you know, he might have known it all along, but after last week's performance at the All-Star game, we all know he is a genuine All-Star. And what are the ingredients for an All-Star? Well, for Buck, a little flash and a lot of work. Buck Williams is one of those guys who is the best worker at the factory, but somehow somebody else is always getting the attention. He does a lot of the dirty work, and at last Sunday's All-Star game, his hard work paid off. Buck Williams is no longer anonymous.
It's kind of unrealistic to think that it's happened just over one Sunday, because I've been doing it for 4 years now. I'm just a blue-collar worker that goes out every night to get the job done, and you can count on me when the chips are down.
Buck picked up that attitude and the game in Rocky Mount, North Carolina from an unlikely teacher before he took his skills on to Maryland.
I learned at a very early age about the power game from my sister. To my recollection, she was probably stronger as I was at that time, too. So we had a lot of good one-on-one battles.
We'll get out there and fool around in the yard a while and, you know, have these chores we're supposed to do. But, you know, got to get the chores done before Mama comes. But we're going to play basketball first, you know.
Because we always told him, he'd be playing. We said, get that rebound, Buck. Get that rebound. You know, we was cheering around. We'd be standing up and just hollering, you know, and going. And we was just having a good time.
Buck's not only having a good time now, so is his growing army of fans. But while this should have been Buck's week back home, he took a back seat to the problems on the team, not the successes.
The media is always looking for the drug story. And I feel as though I'm a pretty strong role model for the kids, and every time I turn around and pick up a paper, you know, it's Quentin Dale or it's Michael Ray Richardson from coast to coast in every newspaper about drugs. And I just hope that some of the other players who deserve the credit out there on the floor and also as a person start getting some of the type of recognition they get for using drugs.
As a person, he is getting the recognition. A couple of commercials.
Come on, ball. Come on.
He's one of those guys who leaves his work at the plant and comes home to unwind.
Well, playing the piano was something I always wanted to do. But it's something that's really good because after the game, it relaxes me and helps me unwind. And once I learn to play a lot better, maybe Dick Stockton and I have a recital.
Meantime, his best recitals are on the court, but we should take notice of all his talents and even wisdom.
It was just a simple, down-home country boy. I think the most important thing is to have peace of mind and appreciate, you know, who you are and what you have. And I think I've done a pretty good job of trying to do that.
A very, very special person. We have something else special for you as At the Half continues from the Forum here in Inglewood, California, after these words from your local station. Stay with us. players are back on the court at the Forum, getting ready for the second half of this battle, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, we all try to think of something new to say about Spud Webb today, something you hadn't seen or read. We were looking for sort of a different approach, so here is At the Half's ode to Spud Webb. In the land of giants so big and tall, it's hard to make it by being small. But never forget the 8th of Feb, when they all looked up to little Spud Webb. Now, most people have names like Tommy or Dick.
I got the name from the Russian Sputnik.
He hails from Dallas in the Lone Star State.
We knew he'll grow up to be something great.
We know he can jump and he sure can run.
One guy asked, was Spud my son?
On many fast breaks, little Spud is a goner.
Having Spud on my team is truly an honor.
All the short jokes will stick like glue.
How's the weather down there?
And this Spud's for you.
But none of this puts little Spud in a funk, not when you're able to do this kind of dunk. He went back to Atlanta, the slam dunk king.
You took it from me, it was the darndest thing.
I sometimes wonder how this could happen to me.
With talents like this, it's easy to see. In the land of giants so big and so tall, it's hard to make it by being small. But never forget the 8th of Feb, when we all looked up to little Spud Webb. Want to thank Spud, his friends, Dad, and Mommy. Coming up the second half with Dick and Tommy. I'm Pat O'Brien. Thanks for sharing a laugh. All right, go ahead and enjoy the second half.
And they are strong. This is the NBA on CBS Sports. Heinzen and Stockton bringing you courtside with knowledge and ease.
Passing display by the Lakers.
So I love the guts of this Lakers.
O'Brien, details that make the difference.
Decided to call it quits, effective immediately.
The NBA is on the move, and CBS Sports is there now through the championship. Next Sunday, the Lakers beat the 76ers in yet another classic confrontation. When you look for champions, you look to the NBA on CBS Sports.
Basketball, the American game played worldwide.
Live from Inglewood, the NBA on CBS is sponsored by DuPont. Better things for better living. Miller Beer. Miller, made the American way since 1855. And by Nissan, who invite you to test drive the all-new Nissan truck hard bodies at your Nissan Datsun dealer now.
Well, Tommy, if you were Pat Riley, and of course you'd be wearing better threads than this if you were Pat Riley, what would you go to in the second half?
I don't think they've utilized their worthy matchup against Wedman as much as they should have. And I think they ought to help Kareem a little bit on defense by doubling down.
What's the Celtic problem at this point? They have the lead.
They are playing pretty much the way they want to. Walton really gave them some solid inside points while Parrish was on the bench.
Mike McGee guarded by Danny Ainge. Kareem guarded by Parrish, who's playing with 3 personal fouls. And Kareem hits the sky hook. He has 18 points and is the game-high scorer.
Hey, Dick, what's this stuff that you're going to have a piano recital with Buck Williams? Dueling pianos? Don't play with a power forward, pal.
I hope we sell 1 ticket to that. Turnover gives the ball back to the Lakers with 30 seconds gone by in this third period, 58-57, and the Lakers have a chance to take the lead. Only the 4th turnover of the game by the Celtics, who have been virtually error-free. Magic looking inside. Now Worthy is posting up against Wedman, and the foul on Wedman, and that's exactly what you thought the Lakers should do as you look at the leading scorer.
If they can get Wedman in foul trouble, that's going to alter the outside game of the Celtics a little bit and allow them to play better defense, the Lakers, up the other end of the court. They won't have to go out and challenge Wedman's outside shot.
They go to Kareem. Kareem trying to draw the 4th foul on Parrish. Bird the rebound. Parrish played him well with a little help from Danny Ainge. Harris goes inside and slams it and is fouled. The most avenging shot we've seen Parrish do in a long time, where normally he has that soft shot, doesn't he?
Well, he had a good step on Kareem, who's straight-legged right now, and Parrish feels him up high. No chance for Kareem to get back into the play. But what's amazing me right now, Dick, is the fact that they're not doubling down on the low post game of the Celtics because they're so afraid of the outside shooters of the Celtics.
Meanwhile, Kareem with only his first personal foul of the ball game. The Celtics lead by 4. Worthy inside. Kareem fighting for the ball, but it's Boston possession.
You know, when Worthy gets that ball in the low post, faces you up, you are definitely not. You are definitely a live duck.
Both teams shot under 50% in the first half, Tommy, and of course the Lakers are the best shooting team in the NBA. Larry Bird with 14 points now. He is 6 for 13 from the field. He's averaged 36 on this 3-game road trip. Kareem gets it back from Magic with a left-handed hook. Bird the rebound. Whitman in the corner. Rambis has to watch him. Dennis Johnson outside. And there's the lead pass off the hands of Kareem out of bounds, and it's Celtics ball again.
Kareem never did get back onto the defensive end of the court.
Jeff Malone on the left, an all-star, and the much-discussed Manute Bol, 7 foot 7 inches, who is a shot-blocking terror with the Washington Bullets, who play tomorrow against the Clippers here in Los Angeles.
Converse made a pair of Bird shoes for last year's MVP.
Yep.
Well, they made a pair of Magic shoes for this year's MVP.
Okay, Magic, show me what you got.
The Bird shoe, the Magic shoe. Choose your weapon from Converse.
These guys came in here. The championship series was tied 1-1 when the Lakers came home for 3 games and raised the curtain on their Showtime Express. James Worthy led the Lakers with 29. At the same time, the Lakers served notice they wouldn't be pushed around. They answered the Celtics' more physical style, and this is what happened. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, another record, most playoff points in history, and the Lakers took a 2-1 series lead. Then came the most dramatic finish in last year's title series. Bird, double, Dennis Johnson, 2 seconds. It's good, the game is over. Speaking of Dennis Johnson, Pat Riley told us yesterday at age 31, Dennis is playing the best ball of his career the last 2 seasons.
You know, when he added that real good outside shot to his repertoire, he's at peace with his game. He doesn't feel now he has to force anything.
Yeah, he used to be an intense player, not so much now. Robert Parrish hits, and the Celtics, who have established their biggest lead of 8 just before the timeout, now have opened up a 10-point lead.
They're playing accordion offense. When the defense is out, it goes inside. When the defense is in, they go outside.
Pass from Magic to Worthy. He thread the needle there, and it's down to 8 again. The Celtics had 20 shots more than the Lakers at the half, although the Lakers went to the free throw line a bundle of time. Nearly 3 minutes gone by in the 3rd period. Dennis Johnson is wide open in the corner. Magic the rebound, trying to cut the lead to 6. Can't do it with Bird and Parrish. Kareem running the court, trying to defend against Dennis Johnson, who hits again, and Dennis with 16 points is now the Celtics' leading scorer.
That's where they have really improved. They're taking the pull-up jump shots off the fast break, these Celtics, with that outside game going so well. They feel confident.
Remember a few years ago, the big weakness of the Celtics was that outside shot. No longer.
Bert Seasting helped in that department, and so has Wedman since McHale's been out.
Wedman the rebound there. Celtics getting good work from their bench and from Wedman, who normally is a backup, playing in place of McHale. Dennis Johnson is red hot this period with 3 baskets, 18 points, and Pat Riley calls a 20-second timeout.
going to see Magic and a few bodies hitting the floor. Watch Magic take it strong to the hoop. They cut him off at the pass, and there are bodies going down. Magic saying, hey, I should have got a foul on that thing, and here comes Rambis. Superman hit the deck.
John McEnroe and to your left, Tatum O'Neal enjoying the game. He saw McEnroe talk with him during the halftime. He says, this is Eastern basketball. This kind of physical play is what I'm used to watching.
Did you get any tennis tips? You need it.
We don't have enough time. He doesn't have enough time. I'd love one.
He wouldn't have the patience.
And I wouldn't blame him.
Now, you're a good tennis player.
Thank you, Tom.
Now you got to start for the next one. Next dead ball.
When Dennis Johnson and Magic Johnson are going at each other, that's Dennis's advantage. Although Magic has more assists, Dennis has the edge in scoring. 71-59. Celtics have outscored the Lakers 13-4 so far in this period. Mike McGee, Kareem, whistle, no basket. And the foul is on Parrish, and that'll be number 4 on the Celtics center. So Casey Jones has to make a decision right now. He's got Walton and he has Greg Kite, both of whom saw considerable action in the first half. Parrish stays in there. Kareem goes in again. The basket counts and a foul, and Parrish has his 5th. He left him in there, Tommy.
Very smart of the Lakers to immediately go back at Parrish. And here's Kareem with another smart move, putting it right in the face of Robert Parrish, making him bite for the ball.
You see the way he applauded Kareem? He knew it was number 5, and now Bill Walton, and you said Bill Walton can't play too many minutes, is now in there.
And he is not really the offensive player that Parrish is, who is gaining a lot of momentum since McHale has been out playing in that low post.
71-62, but the Celtics have maintained the lead, and the Lakers are trapping 3/4 on the half court. Bird is doubled. Dennis Johnson drives in, and it gets the basket. He has kept the Celtics with that lead, and Dennis has 20.
And should have gotten a foul that time.
Worthy off his foot out of bounds, turns it over to Boston. So Parrish is in foul trouble with 5 on the bench, but the Celtics have the lead of 11 right now.
Well, Robert not too happy because he knew he was going to have a chance to go one-on-one today against Kareem offensively.
Bird. Worthy gets a piece of it. Kareem. Lakers trying to turn it up a notch. Although the Celtics fast break when they've done it have been effective today. Double team on Worthy. Cross-court passing. Byron Scott in the ball game for McGee. Kareem, long sky hook, and Wedman with a rebound.
And Walton just nudged him enough to knock him off balance shooting that shot.
Boston by 11. Their biggest lead was 12 here in this third period. DJ tries to get the pass inside. Scott, he's got Worthy and Cooper. Scott long range. Larry Bird has 10 rebounds. Dennis Johnson doesn't score. Cooper.
One of these teams is going to crack a little bit on that fast break. The pace has been fantastic here early.
They're going to get Kareem into the action. Magic to Worthy.
The worst thing you can do when Magic has the ball is get mesmerized by him. Don't lose your man. That's what Wedman did. He lost his man watching Magic.
And Casey Jones wants the timeout. Magic Johnson has only taken 3 shots, but he's triggered the break and has passed off beautifully.
You're going to see a cardinal mistake of defense by Danny Ainge by the right of your screen with the circle. Here's a good move by Magic Johnson. He gets mesmerized by Magic's penetration and allows Worthy to slip in. He lost his concentration on the man he was supposed to be guarding. You better stay with Worthy because he's one of Magic's favorite targets.
Larry Bird will inbound for the Celtics. Cooper is guarding Dennis Johnson. Worthy is on Bird. Byron Scott defending against Danny Ainge. Walton and Kareem inside. David Third kill had a shot blocked.
I'll tell you, Dick, the Celtics are taking the ball to the hoop a lot more in this third quarter, and they're not getting to the foul line.
Cooper. The rebound. Missed the shot. Ames. And here comes the Lakers. Danny Ainge slowed it up, just getting a hand on the ball. Well, that's because the Laker defense inside is getting a piece of the ball there. Worthy. Great body control by Worthy there.
Yeah, but Bird made a bad defensive play. He gambled to make the steal, and it wasn't there.
Jerry Seasting comes back in the ball game, replacing Ainge. They boo Seasting, who used to play in anonymity at Indiana, and now all of a sudden he gets booed before a full house at the Forum. He's wearing the
Celtics won his outside shooting. Danny Ainge missed that last shot.
Ball knocked away. For Seasting's wearing the wrong jersey, isn't he? Dennis Johnson. Here's Bird. Draws the foul and tangles up inside. He knew he was going to get hit inside. He didn't mind because he was going to go to the line to shoot a pair.
That looked to me like a little retaliation for what Greg Kite did in the first half. They made sure he wasn't going to score.
Worthy.
Here's Bird, gets clobbered. Watch Kareem in there. And Bird comes up with the rebound.
Bird looking for his 16th point of the ball game, and his rebounding has been tremendous. Laker guards, Tommy, have taken only 9 shots today, which is a surprise, and the most by Byron Scott.
Well, they're out challenging the guards. They're allowing Kareem to take his shots. The only guy they're really doubling is Worthy.
Cooper for 3. That's 2 3-point shots for Michael Cooper, and it brings the Lakers to within 6 points now with 4.5 to play in the third. Bird is pushed. Third team foul against Los Angeles, and it's Magic Johnson with the personal foul, his first of the game.
Worthy with his quickness misjudged and almost turned Larry Bird loose on for a crammer.
Now they give it to Worthy, and that's more serious. 3 fouls on James Worthy. Walton, good fake and good move on Kareem. And a loose ball foul. Magic Johnson gets the foul.
I tell you, they're putting a real torture test on Kareem, making him play as much defense as I've ever seen him one-on-one. And here's the move, and look at Walton. As soon as Kareem drifts by, is back in on the boards. That's aggressive rebounding.
You keep saying torture test. Well, Kareem has 21 points in the ballgame.
Yeah, but the philosophy is if he scores 40, you're going to win. Believe it or not, because he missed the key shots down the stretch and you shut out the other players.
Walton banks it in. Held out to the Houston Rockets.
Well, they kind of didn't put the torture test to him. They never bumped him, and they were out trying to steal passes.
Seasting guarding Byron Scott. 77-71.
There's the guy that really has to heat up for them a little bit. Byron Scott.
6-point lead, Boston. 3:39 to go in the third. Parrish on the bench with 5 personal fouls. Seasting and Scott, who met before inside, have to be separated again by Jack Madden.
They better have a long talk with both those players, or somebody's going to get in a real problem here. I mean, when you're trying to make a cut to the basket, there's Scott all over Seasting, and as he tries to make the cut, he was held.
A.C. Green, the rookie from Oregon State, makes his first appearance in the ball game, replacing Magic Johnson. What kind of lineup now the Lakers have as Rick Carlisle comes in? He had 4 points and heady play in the first half, giving Dennis Johnson a breather. Johnson goes out with 20, but with A.C. Green in there and the lineup with Worthy and Kareem, what do we see the Lakers have now?
Well, they got maybe a little board banging, and maybe that power forward can get out on the fast break. A.C. Green has that speed. The Lakers have not really been able to get that thing going consistently, the fast break.
Worthy will go to the line. Have you ever seen body control in recent years of any player of that size inside?
No, I'll tell you, when he turns around and faces you, he can go right, left, and he's got great leaping ability and quick to the leap, like Bernard King used to be. so that you really have no chance to do anything against them. And what they're doing right now is as soon as he gets the ball in the low post, the Celtics are doubling down on him, trying to create some problems for him.
Foul was on third kill. And James Worthy, who has 22 and normally plays well against the Celtics, doing it again today, brings the Lakers again to within 6. 79-73 with 3:15 to go in the third period. Walton. Kareem doesn't go for the fake, off the side of the backboard. Cooper looking inside. Worthy going at it with third kill. Worthy with 24-10 this period.
He's the guy to go to. Third kill can't stop him.
That's the point you made as we came out to start the second half. Bird going right back at Cooper, trying to feed it to Walton, and Bird draws the foul.
Worthy can't really be guarded by almost anybody. You know, McHale is such a tough matchup for most power forwards. Worthy is that tougher matchup for quick forwards in the NBA. He's got great size and speed.
Celtics led by 12. The lead has been cut to 4.
We're not a company, but outstanding people come to us every day. People who want to make a contribution to a team and do work that really counts. People eager to see new places, do the unusual, and find the unusual. People who'll become your friends for life. People just like you. We're not a company. We're your country. We're the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Army. We're the armed forces. It's a great place to start.
Holly, didn't you see that sign? I can't even see out this windshield. Would these help? Of course they would.
Anco winter blades are designed to clear away ice and snow without clogging or streaking.
How's that, Ollie? Much better. Now I can see the ski slope. Ski slope! Oh! Oh, no! Oh! Ollie, I didn't know you could slalom.
Anco winter blades to see your way clear.
The NCAA basketball championship, and next Saturday there's a college basketball doubleheader on CBS Sports. First tournament dark horse, Alabama-Birmingham visits powerful Michigan of the Big Ten, and then you'll see Oklahoma in a shootout against Johnny Dawkins and highly ranked Duke. That's next Saturday beginning at 2 o'clock Eastern here on the home of the NCAA championship, CBS Sports. What a March we can look forward to.
Oh, great college basketball. That's when the juices flow.
Larry Bird knows what it's like to play in that title game and win.
What? Well,
no, I'm sorry. You're right. Irvin Johnson, Michigan State.
He lost to the guy that's playing point guard out here at the Lakers, Magic Johnson.
I stand corrected.
Coming away here. Come on, 30.
Worthy guarded by third kill. Facing the hoop. Here's the move. In a row for Worthy. He has 12 points here in the third.
And they have found something, the Lakers. Third kill can't do the job against them.
Lead has been cut to 2, so the Lakers have made up 10 points. They were down by 9 when Parrish went out with 5 fouls, and a traveling call gives the Lakers a chance to tie the score with 2 minutes to go in the third period. Carlisle against Cooper. Seasting on Byron Scott. Here's Scott. And Seasting. So the Lakers had a chance to tie and could not. And now the Celtics with 1:40 remaining. (81-77). The Lakers trailing by 4. That basket could have brought them to within 2. Kareem knocks it away out of bounds, and there'll be 5 seconds for the Celtics to attempt a shot.
That smart play by Walton to allow that ball to go out of bounds. There was only 3 seconds showing on a 24-second clock.
Seasting gets it into Walton, who travels. Cooper. Walton has had to play a lot here in the third period. Scott going in over Bird. 6 points for Byron Scott, and now it's a 2-point game. The Celtics in front. 1 minute to go.
Great ball movement by the Lakers that time, and smart move by Byron Scott.
Double team of Bird with Cooper and Worthy. Walton inside the basket. Counts and a foul, and it was Bird with that great bounce pass inside.
Now Walton gets great position on Kareem. Here's the double team. Take it out of the best offensive man's hands with the double team. And there's Walton right underneath the basket. The foul by Kareem with the hand.
2 fouls on Kareem, and here is Bill Walton. He had his injury problems, and people thought his career was over when he played with the Clippers. So it's just 2 points for Walton and the Celtics. It's 83-79 with 45 seconds to go in the third. Foul on the Celtics away from the basket. David's third kill. Tough assignment, third kill on Worthy.
You know, this is not to denigrate third kill's defensive ability, but he is so tough to guard. Watch third kill have to fight over the pick, and now tries to beat him out. That gives Worthy the good position, but watch this little jab step. Strong and up quick, leans away with those long arms. Third kill would have had to be like Kevin McHale, 6'11" with long arms to even trouble James Worthy.
Missed the second free throw. Mitch Kupchak replaces Kareem, who goes out with 21 points. Robert Parrish has been on the bench with 5 personal fouls. He picked 2 in a hurry here in this third with 8 minutes to go. Third kill from Walton, and the basket is good, and a foul. So third kill, hit in the face, will go to the line.
You know, Bill Walton, when I was coaching, was a one-man offense. I mean, he'd pick you apart on the weak side of the court when your defense was looking the wrong way. His third kill gets clobbered. Walton spots him all alone, and they're not going to give him an easy one. A.C. Green, for a rookie's learning fast. Bang him in the face.
22nd timeout called by Casey Jones. But you were talking about Walton and all the things he did.
Yeah, and he is so impressive that he makes you really think twice about doubling anybody, because he can pick the open man up as well as anybody I've ever seen.
Well, you talked about Worthy getting into the flow inside in a post-up. He has scored 13 points, has James Worthy, here in the third period. And the Lakers, who are down by as many as 12, trailing 85-80, they came within 2 points at 79-77. We are seeing both coaches use their bench to its ultimate. And speaking of the Lakers and the bench, we're going to see these Lakers play at Philadelphia next Sunday at 12 o'clock Eastern time. Our next NBA clash, and it's a good one. Lakers and Sixers, and we're interested in Bob McAdoo, the former Laker, coming off the bench, and Andrew Toney, who came back and saw his first action last night for Philadelphia.
And the Sixers may be the team laying in the weeds. Dr. J thinks so. With the addition of McAdoo and Toney, they could come on strong in the second half.
Philadelphia just may be planning their season toward the end when they hope to get another shot at Boston.
Well, there's the free throw situation. It was dramatic in the first half, and starting to get the inside game going a little bit, the Celtics, so they're getting on the line a little bit more.
7 seconds on the shot clock. 4-second differential. Worthy over Walton. And Carlisle has it with 5 seconds to go. 1 second. And that'll do it. And that's the end of the third period here at the Forum in Inglewood, with the Celtics leading the Lakers 86-80, and we'll return after this word from your local station.
Yes, sponsored by Miller Beer. Miller, made the American way since 1855. Renault Jeep, official vehicles of the NBA. And by Right Guard Deodorant.
Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here at the Forum. The toughest ticket in the regular season in Laker history. And why not? The Boston Celtics leading the Lakers, and actually the Celtics extended their lead from 3 to 6 points in the third period, despite the fact that Robert Parrish picked up 2 fouls and had 5, but he is in there as we start the fourth period. Bird double team. Seasting is open. And we'll have a foul inside. Loose ball against A.C. Green. So Parrish is in the game with 5, and I guess with Walton, who needs the rest right now, it's not that huge a gamble for Casey.
And maybe Robert Parrish won't have to play that tough defense and can score against Kupchak a little bit. That's what Casey Jones is hoping.
Kupchak in for Kareem, who's on the bench with 21. Worthy in the game, leading scorer in the contest with 27. And that's exactly what Casey had in mind, as you expressed. Robert Parrish getting 2 over Kupchak.
He's got an advantage over Kupchak because Kupchak can't leap up there and give him trouble on the jump shot.
So he's risking having Parrish foul out to get some offensive work inside from Robert. 88-80, the Celtics lead. A.C. Green. Parrish gets the board. Magic Johnson gets off the bench. He'll be coming in with a minute gone by in this final period. Carlisle, who's played very well off the bench for Casey Jones, gets the return pass for Parrish in the basket.
Well, Parrish learned a little something from Bill Walton. Give it to the cutter if he's open. Nice pass.
That's an old play, isn't it?
Cut off the post. Get it back.
90-80 is the score. Kareem will come back as well. Byron Scott working against Seasting. Those two have had their differences today. 4 seconds on the clock. Third kill is on Worthy. Gets the shot off. Not a good one as the 24-second buzzer sounded. The Celtics trying to match their biggest lead of the game. Carlisle can't do it. Here come the Lakers. We haven't seen Maurice Lucas much in this half, Tommy.
They didn't want him to have to go out and play Scott Wedman an awful lot. It took him off the boards. He's not familiar with that outside defense.
Byron Scott with 8 points now. Lucas is healthy. It's just been Pat Riley's decision, as we understand.
Worthy and Scott have to give the Lakers offense right now. Parrish and Bird have to give the Celtics offense.
6 on the shot clock. Carlisle, 3, not in a good position to do much. Throws up a prayer and hits it. A 2-point shot for Carlisle, and he got trapped in the corner and made the most of it. And Rick Carlisle has 8 points for the Celtics today.
That's why they wear green uniforms. A little luck involved in that one.
That was, no question. Good feed, Cooper to Worthy. Does not get the roll, and Worthy will come in.
Here's Worthy, who really uses his quickness and his size against Carlisle, but Carlisle just right up with the shot. And the reason was he got it off because Worthy had his right hand up playing defense instead of his left.
10-point Celtic lead and a timeout.
On June 8, 1984, a tornado struck Barneveld, Wisconsin. About the only thing left standing was the water tower.
After the tornado, people said this is the end of a small town. Barneveld said not this small town.
Around here, folks will always hitch right in when something gets out of hand.
Just felt we can make it, we can rebuild, we can come back, and we have.
A place where people have a sense of pride, and that's what keeps them right here. Where you count on your own, you call it your home, and Miller's the beer. Miller's made the American way, born and brewed in the USA, just as proud as the people who are drinking it today.
Miller contains no additives or preservatives. Purity you can see, quality you can taste.
Some towns are held together with nails and wood, but this town's held together with a lot of pride and a lot of family.
Miller's made the American way.
When you compare Ford Ranger and Chevy S10 to the new two-wheel drive Jeep Comanche, you'll find they're priced about the same. Yet Comanche has the most powerful standard engine, the longest wheelbase, biggest wheels and tires, highest ground clearance, and the largest...
Perhaps the most pivotal game of all was Game 5 with the series even 2 apiece at the Forum in Los Angeles. And it was James Worthy and Magic Johnson who sparked the Lakers, who perhaps were not to be denied this time. They were out to get that huge monkey off their backs, and they did it with a vengeance. And while Larry Bird was never 100% for the series, the Lakers truly earned this one and took a 3-2 series lead going to Boston. Never before had the Celtics lost a world title at home. In fact, they had beaten the Lakers 8 straight times in championship history until this day. And Kevin McHale's expression showed it all. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won it. MVP. The Lakers were world champions. And one of the reasons they won it was because of their scintillating fast break. And that story may be paramount today. Only 12 fast break points for the Lakers, who thrive on that kind of game.
And what the Celtics have done to stop that Laker fast break is take one of their forwards off the offensive glass and get him back quickly on defense to pick up James Worthy. And that has been Scott Wedman when he's been in the ball game. So Worthy has not been able to use his speed on the wing as effectively as in other games.
He does have 29 points and leads all scorers. Dennis Johnson's 20 leads the Celtics. He's in there now. Wedman is back in. Wedman and Bird at forward. Carlisle and Johnson. Bird over AC Green. And Larry Bird now with 20 points.
Welcome to the club, AC.
94 to 84. They go to Worthy. Watch out, Bird behind, and Worthy hit.
Wedman, Dick, didn't even get to his elbow, it looked like.
He goes up quick.
Oh, that's where it's at right now. That matchup, Worthy produces. They'll get back in it.
8:35 to go in the fourth period. Celtics leading scorer, Dennis Johnson, misses, and an offensive foul called against Boston.
Here's Worthy right around Wedman. Wedman behind him, but look at how quick to the jump he is, and Wedman really not even getting close to the ball.
Larry Bird has committed that last offensive foul. 4 fouls on Bird. So Bird has 4. Parrish is playing with 5. Steele, Carlisle. Magic is backed on the defense. Carlisle lays it in. Seasting and Carlisle have 21 points off the bench for the Celtics, more than the Laker guards have total. And that is an incredible story.
They've got him on their fast break. A layup that time by Carlisle.
Kareem. Carlisle gets the loose ball. The Celtic bench has outscored the Laker bench 34 to 22 in this game. Bad pass. Scott was held. Byron Scott was on the run and was fouled by Carlisle.
He played absolutely a fabulous game while he was in there, Rick Carlisle. Smart defense and timely offense.
In a pressure situation here at the Forum, Carlisle with a season's high of 10 points. So this is the best game that he's had in his 2 years in Boston. Magic Johnson foul. It'll go to the line. Loose ball foul. Danny Ainge commits it. Michael Cooper reports in, and AC Green goes to the bench for the Lakers.
I thought that was a bad foul they called on Danny Ainge.
Magic Johnson is 0 for 3 from the field. It was the last time Magic took as few as 3 shots and didn't hit anything. Byron Scott, long range. Bird clears.
Good rotation by the Celtics defense that time to harry Byron Scott's outside shot.
14 boards for Bird. Bad pass by Wedman. Cooper.
Oh, what defense!
He tried to force Bird into a foul, and Bird was equal to the task with that great defensive play.
Remember Bird down that defensive piece at halftime 2 weeks ago, talking about getting him thinking? He got Michael Cooper thinking that time.
Celtics trying to match their largest lead of the game, 12 points. Bird will try to give it to him. Nothing doing, and Cooper gets the rebound with 6:39 to go in the fourth period. Magic foul and will go to the line. Magic Johnson today has 4 points. He has done a lot of things, but let's keep in mind that that knee is not 100%. And the Celtics lead by 10.
Go. Fast break situation. Watch him angle Michael Cooper off, make him think, but that quick reaction, absolutely fantastic. Watch from the low angle. Bird just makes sure he can't make an easy one and makes him double pump and put a tough off the glass.
At the conclusion of the game, Tom and I will select the Miller Lite Most Valuable Player of the Game, and in conjunction with the award, Miller Lite will present a check for $1,000 to the National Multiple Sclerosis Foundation in that player's name.
I think Magic's knee is really bothering him because he's lost a little speed on the step, and he hasn't really even been looking for a shot from the outside. And his penetration that normally is so good is kind of labored today.
Played 32 minutes Friday against Atlanta, and that was the most he has played since the game in Boston on January 22nd. 6:25 on the clock. 96-88. Lead is 8. This is a crucial time for the Lakers defensively and to try to get back now.
Boy, they're playing tough defense now, the Lakers.
They are. 1 second on the clock. They got it off, and Parrish got the rebound. So the Celtics have a new 24 seconds to play with.
But that aggressive defense has taken the Celtics out of their pattern so far. They were trying to get it to Parrish.
Wedman in a crowd to Parrish. And the Celtics with Parrish.
Smart play by Wedman, Dick. The penetration, he moved Kareem, and Wedman got it beautifully to Parrish.
98-88. The Celtics are playing like they don't miss Kevin McHale today. Lakers have only 2 field goals this fourth period. Cooper looking for Kareem, trying to foul out Parrish. He gets the basket, but Parrish remains in the game.
Well, Parrish turned him loose. That time the double started to develop. It didn't get there quick enough to stop Kareem.
98-90. Boston. They have led most of this game, practically all of it. Reverse layup by Wedman. And Scott Wedman with 11 big points and a fine all-around game.
There's that old split play working again. They scissor off the high post, and the Lakers got caught.
5 minutes to go. Parrish picking up Magic on a switch. Kareem is open. Wedman helps out. Doubles him, but there's Worthy. You can't double everybody.
Smart play by Kareem when Worthy to move nicely to the ball. Now the Celtics have something here. They want to waste the clock a little bit. Move it down.
Ainge off his foot. Turnover. 3-on-1. 4-on-1 for L.A.
Against the Lakers.
Well,
the Celtics have to be aggressive, take the best shot.
But you said they should use some of that clock. And the Lakers come down with it. The crowd is going bananas. Scott.
This Jeep Cherokee has some amazing things.
No strangers to the NBA championship round. Dr. J and the Philadelphia 76ers. And they will play host at the Spectrum in Philadelphia with Moses Malone and the rest of this outstanding team and spectacular Charles Barkley next Sunday at noon Eastern time. Andrew Toney is back for the Sixers. It'll be Philadelphia and L.A. noon Eastern next Sunday on CBS.
Real interesting what's happened here, Dick. The Celtics try to eat up the clock much too soon, allowed the Lakers to get very aggressive on defense. The Celtics should, at this point, be taking the best shot that presents itself and forget about the clock.
The Lakers have run off 6 in a row. James Worthy with 2 baskets and Byron Scott 1. Worthy has 35 points. He is the high scorer. There he is. Kareem with 23, and the leading scorer for the Celtics are Bird and Dennis Johnson, each with 20.
I tell you, Magic is up there really challenging on defense now. That's a good sign for the Lakers.
Inside to Parrish. Trying to cut it to 2. Against Bird is Worthy. Good defense by Larry Bird, and he has shown a lot of that today.
That's a real tough matchup for Larry Bird because he's not a leaper either against James Worthy.
3:10 remaining. Harris kicked out of bounds by Magic Johnson. Each team has 3 timeouts remaining.
Here's Bird on Worthy trying to really deny him the ball, but Worthy and Bird not quick enough, but he makes him shoot it short.
Dennis Johnson, 22 points. Big basket for the Celtics to break a Lakers string, and it's 102-96. Walton is back in, and so is Jerry Seasting for the Celtics.
Seasting in there for his outside shooting, Walton for the boards.
And Pat Riley wants to talk things over. We're in crunch time now. 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the 4th period. The Celtics are trying to hold on for dear life against the Lakers surge. Next weekend on CBS Sports Sunday, Marvis Frazier will battle James Bone Crusher Smith, a live scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout. Both fighters hoping this will be the next step towards another shot at a heavyweight title. And World Speed Skating Championship coverage next Sunday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific here at CBS. The significance of this game, Tommy, if the Boston Celtics, who have already crushed the Lakers in Boston, can win at the Forum, knowing that they have to regain the title, I think that's a tremendous psychological edge, and they know what it would mean for them on the road to beat the Lakers today. But now the Lakers side of it, the import of winning the game for them.
I think if they were to lose this game today, they say to themselves, listen, this is a different type of Celtic team. We got to come up with something to really stop the outside game and also give guys like Robert Parrish and Walton trouble inside. The bench today of Walton's production as versus Lucas's production, who had to go out and play Scott Wedman a little bit, limited his ability to be effective. So they're not being able to use their benches effectively against the Celtics as they would have liked these Lakers.
And how about the guards, Seasting and Carlisle, with the job they have done off the bench for the Celtics?
Well, Seasting's been steady for quite a while now, but certainly it's been an abnormal game for Rick Carlisle.
The Lakers are going on a 5-game road trip. They badly need this game. Kurt Rambis has come back in for board strength for the Lakers. Kareem over Parrish. Parrish, good defense, and Bird was hit in the eye. It's Celtics ball, and he was really clobbered.
I mean, where's the foul going to be? But here's a nice move by Kareem. Parrish hanging on his shooting hand, and there's Bird and Magic right into him, and no foul, right in the face.
2.5 to play. Gambling is Worthy. Bird to Seasting in the corner. Parrish keeps it alive for the Celtics, who will chew up some more time.
Well, you notice how Bird passed that shot up to give it to Seasting. That's the kind of confidence they've developed in Seasting.
Parrish over Kareem. Rebound for Abdul-Jabbar, and the Lakers will try to cut it to 4.
Kareem, great defense that time.
Rambis saves it to Worthy. Lakers still have it. It's Rambis, but stealing it is Dennis Johnson. He's got Seasting, and he decides to go with Bird, the trailer. And he is fouled, and there was no choice for Worthy but to foul Larry Bird, but Dennis Johnson made the defensive play of the game.
There's Rambis underneath. There's the shot. But watch Rambis come up with the rebound on underneath, given his hustle, but he's surrounded, can't see an outlet man, and DJ are hiding behind the other green jerseys, picks it off. Smart play by Dennis Johnson.
He has been doing that for years, has Dennis Johnson, who's been an all-star for 3 different teams and an MVP in a championship series with Seattle. Timeout.
Marvis Frazier and Bone Crusher Smith.
We're back at the Forum. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn, where the Celtics are holding on 102-96. And there's the timeout story. Each team with 2 full timeouts with 1:48 to go. The Lakers' fast break has been largely absent. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could figure prominently offensively for the Lakers. How do you see it, Tommy?
Well, they're going to go to either Worthy or Kareem, I believe. But Casey Jones has counted with Bill Walton and Robert Parrish, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Walton guard Worthy, and that's a tough. Now it's going to make it tougher for Worthy to score. I don't see the Lakers hitting the outside shot to try and win this thing. They got to try and do it from the inside. There's going to be some kind of duel with the 2 big guys of each team.
San Antonio beats Sacramento today in San Antonio. Bird misses. Big story today is the fact that the Lakers only 12 fast break points in the game, only 2 this half. So the Celtics, as Bird misses both, have shut down the fast break. Can they shut down the Lakers for good? That's the question. Kareem against Parrish, who's been playing with 5 fouls, and Walton gets another rebound. So they're using Parrish, Walton, and Bird, a big front line.
Well, Kareem missed that big one. That's what Celtics were hoping by all that one-on-one basketball. Tire him out, make him lose his rhythm.
It happened in Detroit against the Pistons.
That's the only edge sometimes you can get against Kareem.
1:16 on the clock. Bird. Air ball. Cooper. Here's Scott for 3. And Bird gets his 17th rebound of the ball game. Close to a minute to go. And the Celtics by 6. When you take the 3, it looks great when it goes in. When it doesn't, you're still in the hole. Dennis Johnson drive. Magic the rebound with under a minute to go, 48 seconds. Worthy, he's their man today. Blocked by Walton. Out to Scott. Cooper will go for 3. He misses. And Cooper will get another chance. Worthy for 3. And he misses. Magic keeps it alive. Worthy again for 3. And the Lakers have just run out of gas with 3-point attempts. 0 for 5. 0 for 5, and that sequence.
Boy, Walton made one great defensive play in that sequence to take a shot, inside shot away from Worthy.
Timeout called by the Celtics. And the Lakers decided to go for the home run and missed every timeout. And now the Celtics are in control. 102-96. 15 seconds to go. 13 on the shot clock. We have some people to thank. Executive producer Ted Shaker. Michael Burks, our producer, and Sandy Grossman, our director. Hope you've enjoyed the Lakers and the Celtics. Bob Monsbach at the half, and the rest of the gang, including Marty Aronoff, our statistician as always. This was a game in which we had a fevered pitch from the beginning of the game, and for the Boston Celtics, they can hold on with 15 seconds to go. To beat the Lakers twice will be a message embedded on the Lakers if indeed they do meet again for the world title, Tommy.
And I'll tell you, Bill Walton is one of those reasons. Right here, you're going to see Worthy coming in against Bird, lifted him, and Walton is known to make the great play at the right time, swats it away. I'll tell you, Walton and Lucas, the 2 bench people that each club try to enhance their last year's team with, Walton has produced. Lucas has not even been close to a factor in today's game, and I think it's because they were afraid to put him on Scott Wedman and take him outside. He couldn't play the outside defense against Wedman.
Walton had 7 rebounds and 10 points, and there he is, the redhead who rises to the occasion in the big games, has certainly done so in both of the Celtic regular season matchups against the Lakers. Leading scorers for the Celtics, Dennis Johnson with 22, Bird with 20. For the Lakers, Worthy 35, Kareem 23, and Robert Parrish has played all of this final period really with 5 personal fouls.
Well, they've got their twin towers in there now, the Celtics.
And a quick foul, which is what you have to do now for the Lakers, to stop the clock at every chance, every opportunity.
Well, Larry Bird just missed 2 in a row, something unheard of. And he'll be at the line again for 2, so that might not be the best guy to foul, Larry Bird, because he's the league's leader.
I don't think they had a choice, do you? I mean, you've got to stop the clock, and so you've got to foul whoever gets the ball. He missed 2 the last time, but he hits this one. Leading free throw shooter in the NBA. So the Celtics will win their 16th game out of 17, and that loss to Christmas Day to the New York Knicks, blowing a 25-point lead in double overtime, and the Celtics lost 5 out of 9. They have lost only twice since then. That was the low point of the year. This may be their high point. Well, our Miller most valuable player of the game, our Miller Lite MVP, is that man, Larry Bird. 22 points, and his 18 rebounds is a season high. Add to that 7 assists, and Miller Lite is proud to present a check for $1,000 to the National Multiple Sclerosis Foundation on behalf of Larry Bird.
Now, every one of the Celtic players today made a contribution, including Greg Kite.
5-second violation. Go ahead, Tommy.
that's the type of team the Celtics have been of late. Everybody making a contribution coming off the bench.
Well, the Lakers cut it to 196 with 3:51 to go, and the Lakers have not scored since, which is a testimony to the Boston Celtics defense. And now the Lakers have to foul at every turn. So Pat Riley's Lakers, and he told us at the outset, remember, he said, look, anyone who doesn't say this is a big game is just making an excuse if he loses. And Pat Riley was not about to do it, but the Lakers there with the second best record in the league and the best record in the West, of course, loom large as the season goes on in the playoffs.
What I think, Dick, is that the NBA right now is going to have to find a way to stop the outside shooting Celtics a little bit. That's what Pat Riley ran into here today, a little buzzsaw of strategy.
And Larry Bird gets an applause by some of the Celtic fans here, as most of the fans have departed. The Lakers shot under 30% in the final period. Defense for the Boston Celtics. Cooper gets his third three-point shot of the game, but it's too little too late. And the final seconds kick off, and the Boston Celtics, 16 out of 17, have beaten the Lakers in the Forum, and that's going to be the most satisfying thing to them.
But now let me introduce you to another MVP, Dr. David Faxon, an American Heart Association researcher. You know, thanks to research, heart-related deaths have declined. Doc, tell us what you're doing.
Well, Larry, we're working on alternatives to bypass surgery, such as the balloon technique.
The American Heart Association. We're fighting for your life.
Dave, you can play on my all-star team anytime.
In that case, just call me the doctor.
Doctor Who.
35 points for James Worthy in a losing cause, but the Boston Celtics had it down the stretch, particularly on defense, and beat the Lakers. So for Tom Heinsohn and Pat O'Brien, this is Dick Stockton saying so long from the Forum in Inglewood, California. The Celtics 105, the Lakers 99. Don't forget to join us next Sunday for more NBA action as the Lakers take on the Philadelphia 76ers starting at noon Eastern time with Moses Malone, Julius Erving, Andrew Toney, and Bob McAdoo. The NBA on CBS has been a presentation of CBS Sports.